Hi everyone, this is Jennifer Davis, and I am excited to share with you about essential oils and babies. And finally, I have a baby to show you on because I can explain it, but a lot of moms maybe don't understand. And I think it's really important that I show you so that there are no more questions about where and how and all that kind of stuff. So Samuel here is 3 months old, and he is going to be my little demo, and he loves getting oiled up, so he's happy. He knows what this means. So first I'm going to show you how, and then I'm going to kind of have some little ground rules so that you can stay safe. So first of all, it is perfectly safe to use essential oils on babies. There are some that I avoid, like any that contain more caustic ingredients such as clove and cinnamon, and even a lot of the oils like oregano and thyme. I do avoid those just because they're a little bit more strong on the skin. And if you want to do like a test, do it on your own skin and test somewhere that's more sensitive so you can see what that feels like, so you kind of know what baby's feeling as well. But I do avoid oils like cinnamon, especially in oregano. There's no reason to use those on a baby. But you can diffuse them. There's nothing wrong with that. So one of my favorite oils to use on him is actually for the stomach, and it's very common for babies to have tummy issues because their bodies don't digest food at all. He just does breast milk, and but every time I eat something that maybe I shouldn't have, then it affects him. So some babies are more sensitive. Maybe they're sensitive to things like eggs and dairy, or maybe it's more like spicy Mexican food. In Samuel's case, it's broccoli. He doesn't like it when I eat that, which is unfortunate. It's my favorite. So when he is a little extra fussy, and you can tell because they get really rigid, and they stretch and they curl up, and you can tell that they're just not comfortable, I use a blend called Digest Zen. Now, I have been using essential oils for many years, so I'm very comfortable using them. And so I personally don't dilute this one. But if you are new to essential oils and diluting makes you feel more comfortable, then by all means do that. If you do, I suggest that you use a fractionated coconut oil, because the molecules in this do not interfere with the molecules of the essential oil. Also, fractionated coconut oil is cell permeable, so it does act as a really good carrier oil, and it just offers a little bit of slowing down of absorption so that the skin doesn't have a reaction, or that's the goal. So with Samuel, all I'm going to do is I would put a little bit of oil, maybe a drop just right across the belly, and just rub it in. I always like to make sure he doesn't get it on his hands because he puts those in his mouth, and he may not appreciate that one. Okay, so other places I like to use the essential oils is on the feet. So at night before he goes to bed, sometimes I just take a little bit of oil and I just dab it on the foot and I just rub it in. You can also do the area behind the knee. Oopsies. Oopsies. The area behind the knee right here is another good spot. The belly button, but again, we don't want to use very strong oils, but the belly button is a really good spot as well. My kids sometimes complain about certain oils in the belly button, so we just do very mild oils there. And then another area that I think might need a better demonstration is the spine. So we're going to flip over. So I'm going to flip him over like this, and oops, get your arms up. There we go. Good baby. Okay, so this blend right here that I have, it's called Peace. It's one of my favorite nighttime blends. We call this sleepy oil. My kids do. And so I will just do a drop right there. And just it kind of starts to drip down, and I just kind of spread it very gently and let it go up the neck. Kind of hard with that little crease there. And I'll just rub that in for him. And this is a really good way to affect his neurological system because of the area. It's very neurological right there. Also, if your child is ill, behind on the spine is a really good spot to put essential oils if they are sick, because the immune system needs that neurological response in order to be more effective. And a lot of times viruses actually do like to sit on that spinal area because they can work their magic there, because there's not a whole lot of immune system on that part of the body. So we want to put the oil there, and if it's something that we're trying to help the child feel better as far as an illness goes, we're going to be rubbing away and encouraging what Dr. Hill calls a neurological cast, where we're just kind of like casting that neurological system out into the body, helping it to function a little bit better. So that brings me to some safety tips, okay? So we never want to put essential oils in the baby's ear, but you can put them behind the ear. That is perfectly fine. The skin is really thin right there, so you might need to dilute that. We also never want to put them on the face, because babies do rub their face a lot, and this baby especially is really drooly, and that drool would actually cause those oils to be a little stronger than they should be, so we don't want to do that there. And then of course, not the nose, but we're not using neti pots on babies yet, so or a nasal aspirator, you wouldn't want to put some oils in there and shoot them up the nose, because sometimes people will do the water or the nose Frida, where you suck that out too, so you wouldn't want to do that. Places that I do like to do them, though, I've already explained, so hopefully that'll be helpful for you. Dilution is a perfectly fine thing to do. It slows down the absorption of the essential oil, so they won't go in as quickly as they would if you don't dilute them. And that's really the purpose of that. And so that slower absorption allows the skin to kind of catch up and not have an interaction like it would if it was going in too fast. So oils I love to use on babies when they're sick especially, but honestly I use these oils every single day. So in my classes I teach folks to use 5 basic essential oils every day. That is a citrus oil, and I prefer orange, frankincense, lavender, a blend called Balance, and then peppermint. So we're omitting peppermint for children, but we can use the other 4. Balance is great for the neurological system. Samuel gets it on his body every single day, twice a day. And then orange and lavender are great for the immune system. So I'm supporting his immune system that way, and I like to put those oils on the spine or behind the neck or on the feet. Any of those places are just fine. And then of course frankincense. Frankincense supports so many different functions in the body that I'm really doing my part to set him off on the right foot in life by using that frankincense. So I really love that oil. So don't skip your oils. Don't save your oils for when you think you need them. Use them all the time. Start them out and go slow if you need to. That's perfectly fine, and get used to them and get comfortable and experiment with them as well. So hopefully this was helpful. I know Samuel is all happy now with his oils. Maybe he'll go to sleep and take a good nap for us. All right, have a good afternoon.